spent my whole life being super excited to have a job for some reason. So the second I turned 16 years old, I was begging my mom to drive me around to drop off my resumes. That resulted in my very first job, which was a dishwasher at IHOP. And girl, I was excited. I was fully in the dish pit, happy as can be, until I wanted to go on family vacation and then I had to quit. The second I got back from that vacation, I started working at Brown's Social House. I was a hostess there and I hated that job. I feel like all the servers were older than me and I was genuinely so scared of them for some reason. I don't know why. At this point, I'm trying to save up for my nose job. So I started working at a local sushi restaurant. This was so chill. I could do my homework when it wasn't busy and I worked with my best friend at the time. I did end up saving for that nose job and I did end up getting it. And finally, because I served at the sushi restaurant, I could be a server at Earl's. You know how it is working at these chain restaurants? Management is super young, it's super chaotic, but it's kind of fun. In theory, it seems like an easy job, but it's really not. The amount of times I cried being a server, I just think it's rite of passage. I remember the exact moment that I decided I wanted to quit. Everybody had gotten cut. I was the last server on. The manager was upstairs, and all of a sudden, I get 2 groups of 40. I have 6 four-tops, and literally I wanted to scream. Oh my god, I totally forgot I worked another serving job before Earl's. The second I turned 19, I actually started working at a bar, like a bar restaurant. That shit was crazy, you guys. Servers were drunk on shift. There were some other questionable things going on. I was so innocent. I was like, I can't drink on shift, I'm at work. After these 3 serving jobs, I was over it. So my best friend hooked me up with a job at Too Faced. What I would do is go to different Sephoras around where I lived and basically represent Too Faced there and sell their products. You didn't have a manager following you around. It was really, really independent. And on top of that, you got paid in American. It was literally the best job ever. Next job kind of overlapped with this. I started working part-time at my mom's Medi Spa Trinity. Towards the end of college, I ended up quitting Too Faced. I just work at Trinity and I really wanted to start a marketing agency. So one day before I go to bed, I literally tell myself tomorrow I'm gonna get my first client. I wake up to an Instagram phone call from someone I knew saying, hey, I heard you go to school for marketing. I need someone to run my Instagram. Call it manifestation. I ended up getting 4 clients and running their Instagram pages. Towards the end of COVID, I ended up getting a job at a marketing agency. And here I did Facebook ads, I ran some Instagram pages, and I had my clients on the side. My boss eventually asked me to start a YouTube channel for her. In the back of my head, I always knew I wanted to be a YouTuber, but I just thought it was such a far away, impossible dream. But when I started working on her YouTube channel, I realized I'm kind of naturally good at this, and why am I doing this for someone else when I really want to do it for myself? I just literally couldn't stand keeping my job for one more day. I fully quit my job, head first went into starting YouTube. And then the rest is history. Now I do content full time. But yeah, those are all the jobs I worked before becoming a content creator. See you guys later. Bye!